Welcome to a new episode of Melt. I'm Ritvika Gupta. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought about shifts in consumer preferences, pushing brands and marketers to meet the changing needs of the new normal. Today, we shall take a closer look at how Hindustan Unilever's food brands responded to the lockdown through marketing communication necessitated by the significant shifts in consumer behavior. We will be focusing on communication from three brands: Horlicks, Brooke Bond Red Label and Quality Walls. Let's first take a look at the ads.
वर्क फ्रॉम होम, पर यह ऑप्शन मेरी डॉक्टर बीवी के पास नहीं है। वो रात दिन हॉस्पिटल में जंग लड़ रही है, इसलिए उसे चाहिए स्ट्रॉन्ग इम्यूनिटी। और डॉक्टर्स कहते हैं कि इम्यूनिटी बनती है विटामिन सी, डी और जिंक जैसे न्यूट्रिएंट से। और ये सब कहाँ? हॉर्लिक्स में। हम मिले ना मिले, पर उसे इम्यूनिटी न्यूट्रिएंट्स रोज मिलने चाहिए।
आ गया अमित हॉस्पिटल से। देखो मैं कह रहा हूँ, महीने भर उसके घर से दूर रहेंगे, गेट के पास भी नहीं जाएंगे और सारी खिड़कियां बंद कर देते हैं। ये तीसरा कप किसके लिए?
अमित के लिए।
क्या?
उसे अकेले रहने के लिए कहा है, अकेला छोड़ने के लिए नहीं ना।
हम दूर रहकर भी अपनापन दिखा सकते हैं। ब्रूक बॉन्ड रेड लेबल, स्वाद अपनेपन का।
Feeling low, if you're feeling blue, go ahead and try something new.
Just because your face is hidden doesn't mean you can't smile.
Happiness for you.
Happiness is essential. Quality Walls.
To know more about the strategy and marketing objectives behind the campaigns, Anant Rangaswamy, editor of Melt, first spoke to Sudhir Sitapati, Executive Director, Foods and Refreshments, Hindustan Unilever. Let's get ready to melt with Sudhir Sitapati.
You know, after March 15th, we saw a phase when lots of brands tried to do what is now loosely termed lockdown films, which is more kind of phase of not being able to produce. You're not allowed to shoot. So that was more technological sort of limitations than anything else. Then the next phase we saw, films being made on kind of lockdown behavior. One or two brands showed how people behaved during the lockdown. And then the third set was brands which said, okay, there is a lockdown, but there is a new normal and we will go back to normal. So I want you to take stock of communication that you've created and say, in the current circumstances, what are the films you're happy about, and do they fall into bucket A, bucket B, bucket C?
Thanks, Anand. If I were to reflect on lockdown from a marketer's perspective, when lockdown hit us for the first few weeks, I think all of us were a bit paralyzed. We didn't know quite what to do. I guess the country was in shutdown, and all of us were figuring out what to do. I think a few weeks after lockdown, at least in the case of HUL's food and refreshment business, we had two interventions that happened. One actually happened on Horlicks, where from the government actually there were some requests on what can you do to increase zinc in some of your food products, and Horlicks already had zinc in it, and we had a formulation of Horlicks in the storage which with increased amount of zinc had clinical proof on immunity. Zinc is a big fighter against coronaviruses in general. So we immediately increased the amount of zinc in Horlicks, distributed it to almost all COVID hospitals for free for a month period. And we aired an advertisement on why, zinc is important. It had the husband of a doctor talking about, giving her protection before she went to the hospital. And I guess that was I wouldn't say that was really conceived in the need for zinc. And it really came from an external source for us to do it. I think the second piece of communication around that time that we created was on Brooke Bond. Brooke Bond has been having this proposition of Swad Apnepan Ka for some time now. And we really spoke about, this was the second, the Horlicks one was the first. The Brooke Bond one was the second phase, even within the lockdown period, where we noticed a lot of discrimination against COVID patients coming back home. I think that has now reduced quite a lot because everyone now knows plenty of COVID patients and COVID recoverers. But at that time, it was still a relatively rare case, and I was hearing a lot of cases of that. So we made a film on Brook Bond Red Label on not discriminating against someone who's coming back home from COVID. And within the lockdown phase, the third and last phase, actually, before we moved out of the lockdown phases, we saw that in summer, a lot of ice cream sales had really fallen, mainly because out-of-home eating had gone away. People also weren't in a mood to eat ice cream. There was fear, general unhappiness. And we created an advertisement on walls called Happiness is Essential, where we had people, in masks, removing the mask. And basically, the idea was the smile behind the mask. And, it said that just because you wear a mask, it doesn't mean you don't need to smile. And, ice cream was sort of placed in front of people and you could see people beaming behind masks. And the proposition or the idea was happiness is essential. So these were 3 COVID-specific communications we made in the period 1 that you spoke about, which was kind of a lockdown period going into period 2, where, depending on the circumstance, we had different kind of messages to consumers. Now what we're seeing is that even though COVID persists, a lot of consumer behavior in many of the categories that we are operating in is moving towards normal. So consumer behavior seems to be moving towards normal. And we are now also moving communications pretty much back to normal in many ways.
The brief from you on communication does not say that please include COVID element. It does not.
Not anymore, Anant. I feel that unless there's something specific, we haven't done it for some time. Unless there's something really specific that comes up, which is currently very, very COVID related, maybe we will. But now we have more or less moved back to going back to advertising brand propositions, that have always been the case.
So tell me, of the 3 examples that you gave, one you said it came from an external source. The brief itself virtually came, the Zinc one. And then you had your recoverer coming back home, and you had the quality walls.
That's right.
Example. So those 2, tell me, how was the idea born? Because, the ideas being created and born during COVID lockdown periods are also difficult.
No, I think you see the first 2 advertisements, the Horlicks advertisement was created during the hard lockdown. It was not even during a period when nobody was allowed to move from home. So the husband and wife and the director were married. They were the same and they were shooting within the house. They shot it and sent it to us. Right. But we felt that we needed to do it at that time because Horlicks is the biggest nutrition brand in the country. About 25% of Indians drink it, and Horlicks has a lot of the multivitamins required for immunity, and zinc boosted Horlicks was particularly important. The other 2 advertisements, you saw the Brook Bond advertisement. Brook Bond has a very strong advertising idea of sort of, that prejudice can't resist a tasty cup of tea. That's what the advertising idea is. And, so therefore, whenever there's a big macro situation, the agency often comes to us proactively with ideas. And in this particular case, I think we were generally chatting about the fact that, this COVID situation is causing a lot of schisms in society. And, whenever there are schisms in society, kind of Brook Bond comes into play and tries to do something about it. And I would say this really came more from the agency than from us, but they know the brand intimately. I think the quality walls, happiness is essential. We had to brief for it because the ice cream category, as we have publicly said, suffered a lot during the summer months of this year. And we needed to find something as we were exiting summer to revive the category. And that was an idea that very much came from us and saying that we need to make happiness essential. At that time, if you recall, it already seems a long time ago, only essential things were allowed. And there was a thing about what is essential and what is not essential. And we made a campaign around happiness is essential. That was a film. We tested all these films. The Happiness is Essential film actually did really well. And it's done very well for us in the market as well, because it was a very insightful film, Anand.
Now I'm going to just pick up 2 words. You said we tested all these films. Again, research has been a big challenge within lockdown. How did you test the films?
We've always been doing, even before lockdown, a lot of digital consumer contacts. So like what we're doing, we've got the capability to do it. We now pivoted entirely from doing, 20% online to doing 100% online consumer connect to get a qualitative feel for the advertising, because that's important. And then many of these test methodologies have now got computer-aided, ways of doing it. Benchmarks are difficult, but now the body of computer-tested work is increasing. So you're having enough benchmark within the computer-tested world itself.
Now, one of the things that you certainly do is to keep yourself aware of research and insights. So are you seeing anything that's coming up which shows either a temporary change or a permanent change in consumer behavior provoked by the coronavirus?
I don't know if what is temporary and what is permanent. I wouldn't venture a guess, but I would say that even in this phase, which I would say is the new normal phase, let me ask the questions. What are the permanent changes that are happening? What are the changes that continue in the new normal? I mean, definitely we are seeing an increased eating home and a trend that is happening, which is persisting even after restaurants are opening and even after Swiggy is, for a long time, people have been able to order in, etc. But I think what happened in the hard lockdown phase is a lot of consumers learned to cook new dishes, and their repertoire of dishes that they can cook has increased. And we're seeing that play out with a lot more demand for products which allow for international and different kinds of cuisine at home. That's one big trend change that I'm seeing in the foods and beverages category, which I have a suspicion will persist for a long time. And after, I mean, I don't know if it will persist forever, but I think it will persist for a very long time.
You referred to new normal thrice in this conversation, I think. So does new normal mean that all communication reverts to the base that you had built till the COVID hit us? As in, certainly one can see it in Brooke Bond. We saw it in the new Horlicks film. I think there's some point you had reached and you sort of leapt from there. So are we going to see that continue?
I can't say that for certain. I think there are some categories I'm seeing where the new normal is different. But you see, adapting to the new normal is not only a creative solution. Creative is one of them, Anant. But let's take product development is also responding to the new normal. Media weights on what you're putting money in is also responding to the new normal. And creatives, actually, of the three, creatives in some ways is responding the least to the new normal because, like for example, we have just launched nationally Hellmann's mayonnaise and peanut butter. And, somewhere definitely the fact that in-home consumption was going up so rapidly has definitely, I mean, we would have done it in any case, so I won't say that these are because of COVID, but certainly the weights, the speed that we have put behind it is much higher than because of the new normal of people eating a lot more in-home.
Right.
And the big moves there are not necessarily with advertising. The advertising is pretty much the same because, we've launched peanut butter in South India and Hellmann's all over the world, all over India. And the South India proposition on peanut butter is, more protein. So that proposition is nothing to do with the new normal. But the fact that we are bringing in and, hastening the launch of peanut butter is because that whole sector is expanding quite rapidly.
I'm going to end this conversation with, your view on the media weight changes, because certainly it's changed. And how permanent, how temporary do you think that media weightage is going to be?
See, media weight ultimately follows demand, Anant. So what are the big changes that we are noticing in demand? We are noticing that there are some categories which are very heavily positively impacted by COVID, and it's not COVID itself, but by the new COVID and the new normal. I mean, the whole continuum. Some which are kind of neutral to it, and some which are pretty negatively hit by it. The ones that are positive, of course, like categories like hygiene that HUL plays in, but in-home food is a very big part of it. So media weights have gone up there. I mean, categories that are neutral, there aren't that many which are neutral in the foods and refreshment space, but a lot of eating out categories. We have an out-of-home tea business. We have an out-of-home restaurant business called Unilever Food Solutions. We have an ice cream business where a large part of it is consumed out of home, but that has dramatically shrunk. So, you will find a shift between, I can only talk to you about foods and refreshments, but if you think about it conceptually, categories that are consumed heavily in home and in the confines of the home, you will find if you go and do media weight studies, you'll find much more media on them than out of home categories. And that certainly bears out in the portfolio that I handle in foods and refreshments and levers.
Perfect. Thank you, Sudhir. And that's all I wanted to milk out of you today. So
see you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Today we are discussing Hindustan Unilever's marketing and communication strategies during the lockdown. In this segment, Anant Rangaswamy is in conversation with Swati Bhattacharya, Chief Creative Officer of FCB Ulka, the creative agency behind the Horlicks campaign. Let's get ready to melt with Swati Bhattacharya.
Hello, Swati. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Anant?
All good. So to begin with, Swati, the Horlicks Zinc film, obviously there were some challenges because it was during the first phase of lockdown. So tell me about that film and how you got it done.
Yeah, that was like really, really early. I think we were in April then. So obviously, we needed a filmmaker and a DOP who cohabit together because there's no way. And then we needed the main cast of the film, which we got like they are her upstairs neighbor, I think. So it was all done within the same building complex almost, so that there was nobody from outside entering the building.
So tell me, how did you execute it? Because you're sitting somewhere, the DOP is sitting somewhere else, director is sitting somewhere else, and the cast is somebody you haven't seen before. So tell me how you go about that.
Yeah. So I'm not very big on being like this big presence during a shoot. Sometimes I just go because the client insists, because I feel during the PPM, till PPM, you and the director are like, still there's back and forth. But I think after PPM, if you guys are not speaking the same language and don't share the same sensibility, then there's something wrong. And I think that for me, it goes really well when a film happens. In fact, some of my best films, I think I haven't been there for the shoot. So till PPM, I'm like a Jewish mother, and then I go easy.
Right. Okay, so we'll jump from this to your Horlicks theme film. Absolutely lovely film, that girl and her mother. And tell me, we were still seeing a lot of lockdown-related films at that time, and a lot of films sort of inspired by perceived consumer change during the lockdown. So were you not tempted to use some of that element in your film?
No, really, because I think just the night and the highway were two such big, motifs. And everybody who is a woman growing up in India knows what these two things. So that's so huge that even poor COVID had to take a backseat.
Right.
Now, to know more about the creative process behind the Brooke Bond Red Label campaign, Anand spoke to Harshad Rajadhyaksh, Chief Creative Officer, Ogilvy India. Let's get ready to melt with Harshad Rajadhyaksh.
Hi, Harshad.
Hi, Anand.
So, Harshad, I'll cut to the chase. What was the inspiration for the lockdown film?
So, I mean, our brand, like so many other brands, was in lockdown state. But if you realize the brand has always stood for togetherness. And more than anything else, the lockdown phase meant that, if anything, togetherness was one of the biggest casualties the world over. People couldn't be together. And on top of that, what we started realizing is, because the nature of this beast, COVID-19, was so new, that there was a lot of, we read it in press reports, we saw it on news. There was a lot of social ostracization that was happening against so many people who actually in the first place had valiantly fought the disease. But when they came back, either from a quarantine or from treatment, there was this, typical mindset ki kahiye mujhe hona jaye, will I contract it? So we just felt that Red Label, standing for the taste of togetherness, had a beautiful story about togetherness to say and a lesson to impart.
Right. Where did this thought come from? Did it come from you and Kenaz, or did it come from the client?
No, actually, the thought came from our creative team. In fact, Akshay Seth and Chinmay are the people who work with Kenaz and me on Red Label. The script came from Akshay and Chinmay, but it actually came from a very, very sharp and specific brief given to us by Sudhir at Red Label at HUL, Sudhir and team. In fact, they sat us down and they actually brought this to the fore, that we are a brand about togetherness, and can't we give a really, really meaningful story for the world outside to, feel good about, even to have a silver lining about the sorry state of affairs that is around us, and see some brightness, see some, see something that shines through in terms of the human heart, in terms of the human goodness. That's what led to this particular film.
Finally, Anand chatted with Rahul Matthew, National Creative Director at DDB Mudra Group, to understand how Quality Walls film was produced during the lockdown. Let's get ready to melt with Rahul Matthew.
What was it that inspired you to make this film, or gave you the idea for this film?
For a lot of us, I think COVID has been the creative director and the strategist in many ways. I think a lot of it's inspired from what it triggered in the environment. So So this the task for this piece of work was actually also had its own pillars which we had to address, and I think the one being the fact that we want the consumer, and this came out fairly early during the first month of COVID, and that's just the time when we shot this, and to get people to start, at a time when you're going to a grocery shop and quickly buying what is your essential, and can we figure a way for you to include an ice cream into the basket of essentials. That was one of the focus points. The other one was the fact that even as purely forget the business, but the belief around Walls is around the fact that one of the greatest reasons for, if you have to look for the brand purpose, is about happiness, right? Ice cream makes you happy. It's a delight that comes in you when you're having an ice cream, and somewhere and it brings that delight in you, and if you look at that point in time, I think happiness was the one thing we felt that is really needed. The times were so grim, faces were so glum. On top of that, you have masks over faces. So even that whole exchange of a smile, the smile had disappeared from our faces, not just because of the times we're living in or the times we're living in, but also because there's a mask covering it. And we felt that there is a sweet intersection that we could kind of create for the brand using all three of them. And that's really where happiness is essential as a thought came into play. And the observation of the fact that today smiles are getting hidden, the fact that when the mask comes off and an ice cream comes in front, it's you can't help but smile because it's a delight that's been brought into your life. I think somewhere that's the intersection out of which this was born.
And that is how Hindustan Unilever has been tailoring communication during the lockdown while keeping in mind the shifting needs and wants of their audiences. Let's now take a look at the Melt cheat sheet. The demand for home-cooked food is on the rise. Digital technology is aiding market research. Media spends on categories that are consumed at home have increased. With that, it's a wrap on this episode of Melt. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Our handle is Ready to Melt, and stay connected with our daily Melt update on our website readytomelt.com. I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Goodbye.